today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Intercepted by the Bengals. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. His throw incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, it got his man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big third down play there for the Bengals. And even 40 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
That's complete to John Ross. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Burrow's pass.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback. that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, a 22. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
He's got it. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Nifty move. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback and makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Jenkins. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals 3, Browns 0.
Throwing on first down. Jenkins. And finding the tight end Hooper. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough with run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
27 yards there, a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
He was brought down by Blake.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Burrow looking to pass. Being chased out left.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
It is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Nothing. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He's a bulldozer. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Jenkins. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
4 yards. That's another Browns 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 6-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Down and 1.
Operating from the gun, Jenkins. And he'll get this is back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Intercepted.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Joe Mixon.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now Joe Mixon. And he's got some space here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. On first down, Jenkins quickly into the hands of Beckham. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
For Odell Beckham, incomplete. A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
To throw again, Jenkins. Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. This will be caught at about the 6.
Jenkins pass.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Recovered by the offense.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt.
Makes the score Bengals 20.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete.
Burrow's pass complete to John Ross.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Open man is Ross, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
Bengals.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's the line between being
Odell Beckham Jr. and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25.
On the carry.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Cincinnati.
And they go play action now. Burrow sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Burrow going to keep this one. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
Complete.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to Mixon on first down.
Mixon again, the ball.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
8-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Bengals 23.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point or field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jenkins over the middle, complete. It's Fox. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
5-yard line.
From the gun, Jenkins. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They run it again with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5. The Bengals drive about to get going. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now by word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Flush to his right. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Mixon with a first down carry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And they'll find Everett there, complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rolling to his right. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. Whistles now and a timeout. So with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run with Mixon. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll indeed take a knee. Yard line, 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Mixon again, the ball carrier.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A 28-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
Bengals 26.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Cincinnati, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to...
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I live it ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did you let it go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I? Before I went live, they know what I bought.